You see, every one of these Old Testaments preaches the gospel of God's love, His grace, His presence, and His power that He unwillingly exercises for the good of His children. Well, the title for our next study is My People. This is Exodus 3, 7, and 8. Then the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt, and I have heard their cry because of their taskmasters. I know their suffering. And I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians and to bring them up out of the land to a good and broad land, a land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Then God said to Moses, here's the reason I am talking to you from this bush. I've seen the afflictions and suffering of my people, and I've come down to deliver them. Notice how God describes the Israelites. They weren't just Israelites. They weren't just people in a foreign land. They weren't just slaves. They were God's people. One of the things that I like to do as I'm studying passages is look for themes that trace their way throughout Scripture. And the phrase, my people, is one of the dominant themes in the Old Testament. Again and again, that's how God characterizes people and characterizes His relationship to them. That phrase, my people, is used around 58 times in the Old Testament. God is constantly reorienting His people about how they think about who they are. And the Egyptian captors had no idea who these people were, and they had no idea who they were dealing with. You see, the slavery of Israel is personal to the Lord because this is His family. These are His children. He chose to place His love on them. He chose to give them His great and precious promises. And He was not about to lose them to the Egyptians. What Israel desperately needed, they could not provide for themselves. They were powerless to defeat Egypt and redeem themselves from slavery. If salvation would come, it could only come from the Lord. And the same is true for us. Sin is enslaving. We have no power to defeat it on our own. So, like God came down to Moses to free the children of Israel, Jesus had to come down to earth. He had to live the life we could not live, to die the death we would have died, and to rise again, conquering sin and death. You see, every one of these Old Testaments preaches the gospel of God's love, His grace, His presence, and His power that He unwillingly exercises for the good of His children. You're never outside of His care if you're His child. You're never outside of His promises. You're never away from His presence because God looks down on us, you today, me today, and says, these are my people. These are my children. And everything that you go through is personal to your Lord. He cares. Just like a father who deeply loves his children would care for his children, the Lord cares for you. And if there is any freedom for us, any hope for us, any future for us, it will only ever come from the Lord. Salvation is from the Lord. And we have hope because God looks down from his throne at you and me and says, "These are my people."